loss, but how did you feel about that? Your first career interception.
When the ball was in the air, it kind of felt like the world kind of slowed down. But yeah, it felt great getting my first pick. It almost kind of reminded me of high school when I got my first interception too. But yeah, it was a cool little moment. But still wish we could have came out with that win.
Just looking back at the film, what stood out to you about the Notre Dame game?
I think we need to play better assignment football. I think, we came in with the right mindset, the right mentality, but when it came down to executing like the small things and the small details, I kind of felt like that's what stood out to us.
What are the difficulties in when that doesn't happen early, like resetting mid-game and trying to get it going at that point?
The real thing is you need to slow it down. Y'all need to come back to the sideline and recuperate and try to really figure out what went wrong and why aren't we executing to our assignments. And I say that's really the main thing that is, it could be difficult to do that, but kind of with our guys and our mentality, that's something that should come to ease.
What was the message from Coach Lynn after the game, just about your specific position group?
The message from Coach Lynn, it was about the entire defense as a whole. It's like, we got to play better defense as one. We went out there with the right mindset, like I said earlier, but it's like we didn't execute to what we should have been executing at. So that was kind of his main message.
How do you work on that, just being in sync as a defense this week?
Man, communication, especially this week. We came out with the right mindset this entire week. Never trying to have that drop off. Oh, we lost this and that. Yeah, but there's so many more games ahead. So there's still opportunities and a bunch of more opportunities out there to go get. And so we came out here with the right mindset, communicating, making sure we check the list off of all the things we messed up on, and just improving.
Is there maybe an added level of frustration when it looked the way it did against Michigan, and then a week later there's some of that at Notre Dame?
You could say, yeah, a little bit, but we still know what we got at the end of the day. We still know who we are, and we still know we're going to come out with that same mentality when it comes to playing other teams.
Go ahead.
What were some of the challenges of Notre Dame's run game, especially Jeremiah Love?
Jeremiah's a great back. There's super bright future ahead for that kid. But it's like at the end of the day, like I keep saying, it's literally our assignments. That was one of the biggest reasons why a few big runs broke out and this and that. But that's all it is at the end of the day is just coming back to our assignments, playing sound and technique football.
Cameron Crawford, after the Michigan team, felt like the accountability had raised within your position group, and you guys were doing player-led up downs and sprints and stuff like that. Has been more of that this week for you guys?
We haven't been doing it because we've been up to par. So I'll say our accountability has been way better. We were doing those things because of our lack of accountability. But this week it's been smooth. Our players, especially within the D-line, we haven't been, falling from that edge or falling down. We've been standing to the standard.
How do you keep it at that level?
Oh man, coming in with that mindset each and every day, never letting one of your brothers lack. That's a huge thing. Not every day is gonna be your best day, but as long as you got someone there to keep pushing you, to keep going with you, that's it for real.
How much emphasis is being placed on tackling right now?
I'll say a great amount. We're doing a couple things on the field as a whole team, actually working on tackling and just the regular techniques of football.
So when you say the whole team, just the defense or
Nah, the entire team.
Offense is
Yes,
practicing tackling.
Yes, ma'am.
What's that like?
It's cool. We're just doing it on the bags and things like that. But it's just getting back to being in those positions because you never know when you're going to end up on offense doing something like that. So it's good to have everybody do that and just be better collectively as a team.
You're the bye week now, but is there any look ahead to kind of another road opportunity coming up next?
Yeah, man, we always look forward to each and every one of our games. With Nebraska coming up next, man, we're excited, super excited to go out there. It'll be my first time ever at Nebraska. So I'm just super thankful to be and blessed to be able to play this game, and I can't wait to go out there and go play for Nebraska.
How does it feel like the road games this year? Obviously, so much talk last year about not being able to finish, and then a couple losses so far. Does it feel different, kind of the way you play on the road this year?
I feel like we came with a better mentality for sure, and the way we travel and our attention to detail and focus when it comes to playing on the road. I feel like that was a big difference that we made this year compared to last year.
What does it look like and feel like to be emotionally ready for a game?
Man, locked in. You could tell when. So for me personally, I don't like to say too much, but like when I'm in that mode, I'm kind of just mentally in it. How do I say this? It's kind of like everything else is kind of just quiet, and you kind of just focusing on the game, and you just running through plays, imagining having success, which is a big factor, and actually having success on the field. So, I would say that's a big thing for me.
How important is that visualization and like the mental reps too?
Oh, it's very important. Mental reps out here because you can't get every rep on the field, and then just mental reps. I mean, while you're watching film, running through plays. Like before, I ain't even gonna lie. Before games, sometimes I before I go to sleep, I'm visualizing, having success out there on the field. Me and my brothers having success out there on the field. I mean, that can look like many things, whether that's making a big play, making this or that. But ultimately, it's getting off the field and getting the ball back to the offense. So, I'll say that's a huge factor.